Hola, welcome to my channel Clear Vision. My name is Simon and all the videos here are based on my experience as a psychotherapist and as a human going through life. I'm not under my tree today. I'm post operation, so I'm chilling out at home. So you'll have to, there's no scenery. Today I wanted to look at detoxing yourself away from your ex. And there are two avenues I wanted to take with this. So the first avenue is that you have a toxic ex and you are trying to detox yourself away from those familiar dynamics. I'm not talking abuse or an abusive ex or a narcissistic abusive ex. I'll do that on another video and I'll put the link in there. I'll put the link in the description. So I'm talking about just a general toxic, not brilliant relationship, and you're still caught up in that dynamic. Or the other avenue, which is you're still in love with your ex. They've gone, they've left you, they've carried on in another life without you, and you are still attached to them. So I'm looking at these two avenues. Before I go any further, I have to, and I hate asking, but apparently I have to ask. Could you please like and subscribe? And if you do, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel and I can keep the channel going. So we've got these two avenues. So we've got this negative dynamic with an ex, which you're still in contact and you're trying to detox yourself away, or you're not trying to, but you need to. And you've got this other avenue where your ex is gone. They were in love with you, they no longer are in love with you, they're off living their life, and you are still stuck watching them, following them, stalking them, whatever it is that you're doing, looking into you're following them on social media, they're still in your life, but you're not in their life. They're two difficult scenarios, but they have the same solution. And first of all, I think the best thing to apply is when you realize that this is that you have to admit to yourself, and maybe through writing this down, pros and cons of how you're living your life. Are you moving forward in your life? Are you continuing with your life without them? Or are you in either of the scenarios stuck pining after the ex who no longer loves you? Or are you stuck in the same dynamics with a toxic ex that you had in the relationship and you can't quite let go of it? They call you, you see how you are, and pretty quick you're in an argument and it takes you ages to get over the argument, or they're trying to find out where you are and your social circle is the same and they're there and you're there and it's all a bit, and friendship circles and things like that. So you've got these two scenarios. And the first thing you need to do is you need to figure out how each one is affecting how your specific scenario is affecting your life. Is it holding you back? Is it detrimental to you? There's nothing wrong with having fond memories of an ex. There's nothing wrong with having contact with an ex. And you have the occasional argument or whatever, as long as you are able to continue on with your life. Where it becomes detrimental to you is then when you need to stop doing it and you need to detox away. So how do you detox away? How do you figure out? First of all, you need to figure out that you need to do it, and this is a bit of like an addiction process. So because we get caught up, it's familiar. Let's take both scenarios are familiar. It's the negative dynamics within a relationship became familiar. They became a pattern and you got used to it. Now they're not in your life so much. When that pattern occurs, unconsciously there's some kind of there's a familiarity, and unconsciously we like that. We get drawn back into that because it's familiar, so therefore it feels safe. And therefore we haven't quite lost the thing that we've lost. And if you go to the other scenario where you're in love, if you connect somehow, you're able to see where they are in the world, what they're doing, who they're with. You're either following them on social media, or you're following them socially in real life, or they're in your same social circles, and you're able to see them. You get that little bit of a fix. You get that little bit of I saw them, so it was okay, and we waved at each other, or we didn't. So where was I going with this? And so what needs to happen is you need to detox yourself slowly. I've totally lost my thread. So, right. So there's this familiarity with both scenarios. And what you're preventing is when this happens, what you're preventing is you're preventing yourself stepping into the unknown. And let's be honest, nobody really wants to do that because nobody knows what's going to happen. So there's a certain amount of fear in going back to being on your own, not having that familiar toxic dynamic or not having that familiar loving connection. And that's what holds us still before we accept the fact that the relationship is over and they have gone or you have gone or whatever, it's no longer working. That's the first step. The first step is to acknowledge that this is hindering you, that this is obsessing in your thoughts, tormenting you. You're constantly thinking about them, you're constantly interacting with them. And at the end of the day, if you're doing that, you're expending all of the energy that you would do in a relationship with them, except you haven't got a relationship with them anymore. Which makes sense that you're doing it, and it's understandable, but it's also complete madness. And the moment we realise that is normally the moment we stop. But if we find it hard to stop, then there are some things we can do. And this is take it 1 hour at a time, take it 1 day at a time. Take something from Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous. You take things one step at a time. You catch that thought where you want to contact them. You catch that thought where you want to engage in an argument with them or engage in talking about them to someone else, because that's another familiar dynamic. So what I can do is I can, this ex-partner was toxic, our relationship was toxic, the dynamics weren't very good, we were always arguing with each other, etc., etc. And now I can analyze them via a friendship circle. That's another really, really good way of keeping it going, keeping the contact going. And what you're doing is you're expending your energy into a relationship which no longer exists and is not actually helping you particularly. It's fine to analyze them, but then where does it get you? If someone is still, if you and a certain someone are toxic together and the relationship doesn't work, it does, and you tried everything you could, then it doesn't work. You're toxic for each other. You're not right for each other. And there is a harsh reality in that we end up having to accept. If someone has left you, so you're still in love with them, they don't love you, and you continue to have this contact, either covertly via social media and stuff, which is really deadly stuff now, and really painful to do to oneself. Or because they have a contact with you. You message them, they message back, they tell you how wonderful their life is, how well it's going, they hope you're okay. You've had your fix. And if they are unable to break contact, then you have to do it for yourself. But because you'll keep living for that fix, and it's a nice fix, it's a pleasant fix, but ultimately it's hollow, it's empty, because they've gone and they don't love you. The same with the toxic dynamic. So you have to catch those thoughts in midair as you're about to say to a friend, "Oh yeah, you'll never guess what, and I think they need to," you stop, put it in a virtual drawer, if you like, have a virtual drawer, put it away. And if you can't put it away straight away, then go, "I'm going to give this 2 minutes of air." And if you can't do 2 minutes, then do 5 minutes. But if you can do 2 minutes, then try 1 minute of air. I'm going to give it 1 minute of energy, then I'm going to just stop and I'm going to change the subject with this friend who I'm talking to about my ex. Because we can find that we can start talking about them all the time. That's our only level of conversation. And in the other scenario, it's the same. Oh, I'm going to contact them, or I'm going to look at them on their social media. Catch it, stop it. Now, if you don't have enough self-control to be able to do that in that moment, then there is a backup solution to this as well. And not having enough self-control, there's no judgment in that at all. It's relationship breakups are painful. They bring forward rejection, abandonment. I'm not worthy, I wasn't good enough, we could have done this, you mistreated me, blame games, all sorts of stuff occurs in relationship breakups. So if you don't have enough self-control, then there are features on social media, we'll go with that one first of all. Block them, block contact, take them off your WhatsApp, actually block their contact. Take them off your WhatsApp list, take them out of your phone, take them off your social media, or delete your social media. Anything, nothing's permanent. This won't last forever, so you can delete them, block them, whatever you need to do, because you can't not look. You can't not look. Delete them, block them, until you've transcended it, until you've moved past it, until you've done the work on yourself to be able to not obsessively check on them or look for them or whatever it is that you're doing, or contact them or WhatsApp them or email them. On the other hand, with the more negative dynamics, which you keep going, which can happen, it's the same answer. If you don't have enough self-control to not contact them, to not talk about them, etc., etc., then you have to cut the contact. And you can start with your social media. Bang, 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 cut, blocked. It's really, really hard to do, but you have to make that step. And it's very empowering when you do it. Now, next scenario, both routes again, but you have a social circle. They haven't gone away. You see them around. So you can ask friends not to talk about them. I really don't want to talk. And there's nothing wrong with saying this. People are so afraid to upset somebody else and actually, or sound like the jealous ex, or sound like a dick about it. And actually to say, you know what, I really can't handle hearing about them. It upsets me. It drains me of my energy. I end up thinking about them for too long. Be honest. If you want, can we avoid the subject for maybe a week or so? And people just get used to not talking about it. And often, sometimes people will inquire into us, oh, how are you getting on? And they'll leave it there. And other people want to know. They want to hear the drama. They want to hear the dynamics. They don't mean to be that way. They're not trying to be cruel. But they're just curious. And they want to hear. It's a bit of excitement. So be aware of that. And put those boundaries. Have those limits. And there is nothing wrong with it, with seeing those limits and admitting that you have them. And asking, can we just not talk about it? So, to recap, you're trying to detox away from either a negative relationship, negative dynamics, or one where the love is not reciprocated. Catching thoughts is the first one. If you can't catch the thoughts, or it's too hard to do that, then block on contacts and social media and your telephone and things like that. Also, social circles. Try and put some boundaries and limits in there as well. And if that doesn't happen, because this can be a scenario as well, if your friendship circles continue to just be very, very inclusive of both of you, or sometimes normally someone gets ostracized, but if it tends to be like too much, then sadly you have to change your social circle. And again, there's nothing wrong with retreating until you have the strength to be able to deal with something. But whilst you are in the middle of it and you're constantly rolling over and all of your energy is spent on either holding them at bay or battling them, or they should have done this, or discussing them, or analysing them, or trying to figure out what it was that went wrong, or trying to see if you can get back, trying to see what they're doing, when are they with somebody else. Ultimately, all you're doing is spending energy here, there and everywhere, and none of it's going on to yourself, if this is the case. So sometimes you have to shut those doors. You have to put those barriers down, that armor down, those shields down. And sometimes you have to actually, sadly, and also for a good thing sometimes, step out of your life, step out of those social circles, find new ones. It's not nice, it's not fun, but it is something you have to do if you find that it's draining all of your energy. I hope that helps. And is giving you, and if you are going through it right now, again I say, my heart goes out to you. Leaving relationships or ending relationships is never easy. It's never nice. If you need someone to listen, or you need to drop me a comment, drop me a line. If you want therapy, that's something different. But if you just want to sound off, I'm here for it. I'm open to it, and I will reply. Or leave a comment in the section. Leave some of your experience if you like. If you feel I've left something out and you've been through it, go back to that. Just take it 1 hour at a time, 1 day at a time. If you are detoxing yourself from someone, and also be kind to yourself. forgive yourself. If you make a mistake, if you let them in, if you, shit, I looked at their Facebook page. You did. You're a human being. You did. You looked. Move on. Move on from it. Learn from it. Be kind to yourself. You don't have to, whip yourself with a shit stick for the rest of the day about it. Until next time, please take care of yourselves, and don't forget to like and subscribe and leave comments in the comments section below. Adios.